Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning into the Pet Expo YouTube channel. This is Barry, and we got some wonderful reptiles that came in today. These first ones that we're looking at are ornate wood turtles. These guys will get a little bit larger. Are great omnivores, and the nice thing about our wood turtles is you don't need a full aquatic tank. These guys actually prefer like a water dish and a half land situation. Crickets, mealworms, waxworms, superworms, along with fruits and vegetables for these guys. Very nice colorations. They're still a little bit shy. Next thing that we got in are bearded dragons. These guys make wonderful pets. Also get anywhere from 20 to 30 inches long. We recommend about a 40 to a 75 gallon tank. They are full spectrum animals, so they do need UVA, UVB, and a higher heat situation because they are native to Australia. Now they are omnivores also. When they get larger, you can feed small mice as a treat, but mostly insects such as cockroaches, superworms, crickets, and then of course fruits and vegetables. These guys are pretty much like your little puppy dogs of the reptile world. Go down in there and you can see them. They just kind of hold right on to you. Great animals for kids. Great beginner lizard. Very hardy animal once again. Next ones that we got are also very fun lizards. Very mellows. These are our uromastyx. These guys are Moroccans. They are captive bred babies. They are omnivores, but more towards your vegetable matter. And why they look so dark right now is because they are a little cool. Once you warm them up, get them into the 95 to 100 degree in their basking area. Once again, very good animals for pets. Handle very much just like your bearded dragons. Very cute and cuddly. Very prehistoric looking also. Next ones that we'll look at are right underneath of them. Why we have the lid closed on these guys? They were a little excitable right out of the container. These are our fire skinks. Now fire skinks are one of our smaller skink species that we carry. Very bright coloration. Try to keep the humidity a little bit higher for these insectivores, so eating mostly crickets and mealworms. But also very mellow skinks too, as you can see. Quite cuddly little animals. We're gonna just let him chill out on my arm while we look at these other guys here. About a 20 to a 40 gallon tank is more than enough for these guys. And usually moss. He started going to the shoulder there. Moss or plantation soil for these guys is bedding. Now some of our next ones come in smaller containers when they're shipped to us. So this next one that we have is an African bullfrog, aka pixie frog. This is one of the world's largest frogs. This guy will get upwards of 10 pounds, and when they're full grown like that, they love to eat cockroaches, small mice, and even sometimes rats. So very fun pet. Our amphibians that we have though, we do not recommend that you handle, just because of the pores on their skin and the oils that our skin lets out. Next off in our amphibian selection, we'll just let you look at the beardies while we do this. We have our Pac-Man frogs. Now we have two different colors of our Pac-Man frogs. Remember to keep these guys in either moss or plantation soil so they can burrow. And Pac-Man frogs literally will eat something half their body size. So crickets, cockroaches, and even small rodents when they get larger. And then our albino version here. Same situation. Try not to handle these guys too much. And wash your hand with a non-soap product. So like vinegar is usually what we wash our hands with before we handle our amphibians. We'll stick these guys back. Go back to our bearded dragons once again to check out what those guys are up to. Usually pretty mellow in this situation, just checking out the surroundings. Next cool thing that we got in are our boas. These are your common Columbian boas. Now these guys will get anywhere from 8 to 12 foot on a female. They'll get wonderful coloration once again. Very nice snakes. A little bit larger for most people, but once again, if you are looking for a larger snake, boas are one of your most passive animals out there. And then really cool thing that we got in today that we don't usually get in is our Goliath bird-eating spiders. Now this is one of the world's largest spiders. These are insectivores. You don't want to feed them too much on mice, but you can feed them birds when they're full grown. Now these guys will get about an 8 to 12 inch dinner plate when they are full grown. This guy is literally just about 4 inches right now, so a lot of growing left to do. But very, very beautiful animal. Usually pretty mellow for handling, but definitely watch how the animal reacts before you are going to handle it. And the last thing that we're going to look at that we got in today is going to be our wonderful Jackson chameleons. Now these guys are one of the easier chameleons to keep. Precision eyes there for shooting and eating their crickets. You can tell the male has our horns there and the female does not. And then you do want a very heavily planted tank, misting system or fogger to keep these guys nice and happy. Or you can plant trees or like ficus trees or philodendron or hibiscus works very well in their tank.